Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Ask Britt Shit, who asks me questions and I do my best to answer your questions. It's rocket science. I've always really sucked at winking. I can't help but do something stupid with my mouth when I do it. Fuck it. I got my Jack D. I hope you have a glass of choice, a glass of liquid treasure for consumption during this short video. So if not, go get one. You can pretend, just join in. Alrighty, our first question comes from Douglas Reiner. Probably Reiner. He wants to know, do you like to watch videos on YouTube? And if so, who's your favorite YouTuber? Do I watch YouTube? You know, I'm not a big YouTube watcher. I will get a wild hair at my ass and I'll, type in LOL video games or funny video games or funny Zelda, or someone will send me a video, but I'm not really subscribed to anybody that I anticipate their video every week. If there is one, it's Jenna Marbles. I just think that girl is fucking hilarious. I think her and I would have a really good time. So if you have any way to introduce us, that would be awesome. I think we would just talk about penis all day and titties and alcohol. It'd be fucking awesome. Ah! I'm losing sunlight. Okay, fuck you, Seattle. Alright, next question comes from Philip Kocinski? Kocinski? Kocinski. Sorry, dude, I'm so sorry. Philip's question is, Last of Us, Diablo, Zelda, or Resident Evil? Choose one world to live in as an NPC. Alright, so Last of Us, can I get a big fuck no to that? I have no urge to be trapped in a city with fucking clicker mushroom heads, stalking me. That just does not sound good. No. Diablo, the only reason I'm inclined to say no to Diablo is because I'm not huge on Diablo lore. I've only played the third one, and so, I try to get as much lore as I can from every game, but that's just not enough to definitively say if I want to live there or not. So now it comes down to Resident Evil or Zelda, and I've actually debated this a lot in my time living. So the only reason I'd want to live in Resident Evil is just because I love the games, I love the story, I love the whole concept of an evil corporation with underground labs and crazy TNG virus shit going down. That just fascinates me, and I love zombies, so of course, part of me is do it! Live in Raccoon City! Visit Raccoon Police Department, visit the labs, visit the Spencer Estate, do all these really cool things. But then, of course, the logical side of me is again, I don't want to live in a world full of, tyrants and lickers and zombies and other, G-virus infused beasts. That just does not sound like a nice way to spend the rest of my life. Now, I mean, if Leon would, be with me, Leon, even Carlos, I would totally consider that option more. But every time I've talked about this or debated it internally, I've always decided out of all the franchises I'd want to live in Ocarina of Time's world. I mean, you can just, I think, okay, I'm getting really excited. So, to me, I think a lot of it has to do with, first of all, nostalgia. That was a game that I would just play just to play. I never even advanced in the story for a month. I would just wander around, go visit Gerudo Valley, go see what the Zoras were up to, search the plants for rupees, or, go to Death Mountain and say what's up to the Gorons, get a Goron hug. So I want to live in the Hyrule of Ocarina of Time, but only if I can do all the dungeons, all the temples, just to hey Bob, what do you want to do today? Well, I don't know, do you want to go see what, Queen Gama's up to? Yeah, okay, cool, let's go walk inside the Deku Tree. Or if you're feeling really pissed off at the world, go freaking try to tackle the Water Temple. Or I don't know, you want to get scared? Go to the Shadow Temple. You wanted the desert? Go to the Spirit Temple. I don't care. This sounds really fun. I'm visiting Lon Lon Ranch, romping around with the ponies. I could talk about this forever. So, in short, Zelda, Hyrule, Ocarina of Time. Michael Trong. God, I'm so sorry. I mean, it's terrible how bad I am at pronouncing names. Michael Trong. Anyway, Michael wants to know, What cons do you plan on attending this year? Which has been your favorite so far? Okay, so I am confirmed to go to PAX East, E3, San Diego Comic-Con. Is that it? I think that might be it. Obviously, I'll be at PAX Prime because it's like a few blocks away from me. As far as my favorite con, you know, more than anything, I love the industry and I'm an enthusiast, and a bucket list item of mine was to go to E3. So I think my most memorable experience at a con was at my very first E3, because it's like PAX, but it's not as crowded, you know. I feel like things are a little bit organized. Yeah, it's E3, you know, and the conferences are they're exciting. You know, you're there seeing like the unveiling of new games and new systems, and that was just really cool. And now E3 is really fun, but it's also a lot of work. I would say the most fun con to just go to and relax and hang out is PAX. Granted, it's crowded as shit, but you know, it's just a lot more low-key. Oh, and I'm also going to Emerald City Comic Con, because again, that's like a few blocks away from my crib. The final question for this video comes from my good friend Tony Zuniga. I don't even care how I pronounce his name, because this guy, we're friends, at least we claim to be. He wants to know, what do you plan to do with all of your stuff as you get more and 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 that's for you, Tony. What do I plan to do with all of my stuff? Well, I plan to display it, and I definitely don't plan on stopping my collecting habits anytime soon, I can tell you that much. But my ultimate goal, you know, right now I'm living in a downtown Seattle 2-bedroom, and it's nice, you know, it's fun, but it's just not very big. So my ultimate goal is to get a nice house somewhere with a huge ass basement, just turn it into an ultimate gaming room, you know, get like sofas in there, get like awesome glass display cases for my more like prized possessions. Like, okay, I'm only really bad. Okay, I want this. No, this one. Fucking Jack. For that thing, for the Dagger Uncharted 2 thing. You know, just stuff like that. I want a huge, just fucking 100-inch TV, because I'm sure by that time they'll be out there, and I'm sure they probably already are. Have a bar, you know, just game everywhere. Game stuff everywhere. That's my ultimate goal. And that's something I'm like, I'm so excited talking about it, because I've dreamt of doing this. You know, all of this stuff you see behind me, the most part is stuff I had been collecting for a very long time when I was still living with my parents. You know, I've always dreamt of being able to display everything. And right now, I would say this room has maybe like 65% all of my stuff displayed. All the other stuff isn't. 3 storage units down the hall for me. So to answer your question, Mr. Tony, my plan is to display all that motherfucking shit, because it's going to be awesome and you're going to wish you lived in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've talked enough about myself for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed this little video of my weirdness. If you have a burning, itching question for me, you know, you can ask me on my blog, you can like ask me on Twitter, email, Facebook, write me a handwritten letter. I haven't checked my P.O. box yet, so I don't know if any of you have, but I'm still looking for one, so that, because that would make my day. Thanks again, guys, for all of your questions, and I'll see you next week.